Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. It is me, Will, back once again with I Wani Hug That Gator. We are starting off where we left off last time. There appeared to be a argument taking place between Liz and Olivia. Well, maybe not an actual argument, but the start of one. And so let's get right into it. If you enjoy, please leave a like and a subscribe. And without further ado, let's go. Liz over here. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, so Olivia asked Liz if she could help out with the whole, art trade business, because she's a painter. Liz wants to trade paintings, etc., etc., but Liz seems very hostile to that idea. So Liz, I say, okay, Liz says to not make a scene. I try to calm it down. Olivia's like, how am I making a scene? I'm just curious about your life for once. Well, not like this then. I'd rather to you going back to giving me the silent treatment. Oh no. Oh no, what have I done? What's your deal? Damien and Inga want us to be friends. Here I am actually trying, and what? Am I not worthy enough for you for your stuck up? Ugh. You didn't want my friendship before, or Damien's for years. It just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. I want to be friends, just not like that. I thought things were finally starting to get. I thought things would finally start getting good. Olivia, there's a lot of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all of the offers, and you can't blame me if you just ignore both. Liz, let me finish, please. I'm not mad. Also, due to my throat getting really dry during reading all this, I have my water bottle right here. I envy you. I envy you. I admit it. Anyone would effortlessly getting that intention and help. What? Anyone would. Okay. I understand it now. I envy you. I admit it. Anyone would effortlessly getting all that attention and help. I hate it. I know. And I know it's wrong. But that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Look, sorry. I appreciate you guys. Uh-oh. After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here eating at my expense. You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment because I don't really deserve anything. You don't really deserve anything else. Liz! Liz claps her hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond and she looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the bathroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle. Oh no. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean to snap. It's alright. Once Olivia gets back, you can apologize. No. I don't think I can. Oh, come on. I just realized... Why is it not... It's not picking up the audio. Hang on. Sorry, everyone. We'll be right back after these technical difficulties. Alright, we are back. So there has been no sound up until that point. That's why I was a little bit frustrated, but so we go back here. Music does start to play, so that's why I wanted to get that fixed. Bathroom. Oh no. Apologize. No. I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God. The brief was to just get these two talking, and have a good time, and it's like the grenade was thrown into the table. Wow. I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Liz, yeah. Why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? I know you two are on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep conversation going, so it wouldn't get awkward and no one would be left out like Damien does. I feel like this is somehow my fault, but how? I did everything I was supposed to. I don't think you did anything wrong. Why does this never happen around Damien? Good question. I don't know. Olivia picks up her plate, popping the yolk of her over easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I push any further. Instead of anything I want to say right now. Olivia wouldn't like me potting either. There are no options. I'm trying to think of something to do, but nothing. I can't think of doing anything at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable, or worse, getting them mad at me. And I've never even anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around in the hallway, but the point is the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you didn't. Okay. Again, because I'm so paranoid, we're saving this one for later. Let's go for help. To be honest, I understand where Liz is coming from, but she did kind of snap first, so we're going to find Olivia. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand from my chair. You'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She waves me off as I turn away. Making my way through the restaurant is a part of me marvels at how I don't even feel the room spin. Kind of makes me dizzy, honestly. But it's just mental busy work to distract myself. After all, I have no idea what I'm gonna say to Olivia. Hey. Should I ask her how she is? There you go. Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey. Just gonna see what you're doing. Thought I had a little more time to think about things, but instead of being by the restrooms, Olivia was. Why are you here by the bar? I wanted to see if they'd give me any mimosa. Mimosa. What? Mimosa. You know, like OJ and champagne. Olivia, you can't drink. That's you. She takes a long sip from a glass flute filled with orange liquid. I slap it out of her hand, I make to slap it out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. It's like you, Inko, a virgin. She grins at my scowl and continues sipping her drink. Want some? She holds up the glass with a smug smile of hers. Taking the flute, I can clearly see whether her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to me, leaning forward to stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some in the mouth. Oh. This is just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Handing her back the glass, for a split second I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Maybe I'm just seeing things now. With a shake of my head, I refocus. I can check on Olivia and fixing between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia? Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide open, yet not looking my way. Well, because of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia. No, yeah, that was... Her fingers circle the lip of her glass as she thinks. I'm not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time, then down to the last quarter of it in a single swallow. And afterwards, Olivia sits out on the bar, on top of a crumpled dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Inko. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, but I hate to see you guys go at it like that. Yeah. Maybe it's been a long time coming for me, but who cares? Long time coming. I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while, probably holding it in like that. Doesn't mean I want to hear it though. All the time I've known her, she's just been far ahead of me. You heard her yap about how she's getting how her art's getting better, how many connections she has, and how it'll get her billions of dollars or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to get started, how to start getting my crap together like that. I look at the chasm between us, and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy, you know. I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life, while I can't even convince myself to try. It's different, actually. Getting her upset at me over this specifically. I just mentioned being someone she'd consider as a real acquaintance, and she blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Is that what you wanted to come see me about? Partially. The other part is that I'm a bit confused. I wasn't expecting things to go the way they did. So I came to see you to ask if something's right. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean. No, that's not it. Rubbing my scalp just for to help a few thoughts flow. I just don't know words come out unfiltered. I'm serious here, Olivia. I need some help. I have our full attention now. The worries just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right, but they went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument, and though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's gray eyes widened in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that won't make someone upset. Or worse, get them mad at me. Why do you care about our opinion so much? Because you're my friends. I want us to all get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to, but I don't know how to fix it. The only things I can think of will just probably make you guys upset with me. That's why I'm asking you. Me? You're self-reliant. You're strong on your stance to never accept help on the account of your condition. For the longest time, that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do it. But you do it. It confuses you. Well, it's like others are willing to give help, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling others that it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something for the sake of your goals, and you don't accept. You take the hard road, saying it out loud. I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Well, thanks. I guess. I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give him alcohol, even though it hurts him. But sending him to rehab, that's painful. It's an unhappy journey to make, but it's good for him. Absolutely. Oh, Inko said that. I just didn't see the name. Sending him to rehab, that's painful, not happy to make, but it's good for him. Absolutely. And that's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In my case, that means ignoring help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone comfortable, that's their problem, not mine. When something needs to get done, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense? I'm making this up as I go along. I think so, yeah. If it's the right thing, you get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your standards is cool. You'd be trying, and that's what matters. Yeah. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, you're welcome. Saying all that out loud is helping me understand a few things too. You ready to head back? I have an idea on how to smooth things over. Sure. I'm curious on what you have in mind. Even if you think I won't like it. Okay, a sip of water. Start heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys are back. Everything all good? All cooled off? Yeah, everything's great. I wanted to give my 2 cents and try to resolve everything. Why are these options so, like, mean? Like, Liz is being petty. Or leaving me to think about there's more. No, oh, wrong one. Both of you are wrong. Take a deep breath. I don't really know how to do this. Olivia watches carefully. She's talking me through this, I can do it. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Olivia, and go. Just say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I didn't know that trying to get you guys to converse would make these sour feelings come up. And that was my mistake. My bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get it. I get Olivia was shouting and didn't open up to get your back then, but that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was the question. No, I guess not. Then what's the holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine. That's your prerogative. Prerogative. Yeah, probably said it first time. But when you say Olivia is just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. Sorry if you guys can hear a dog in the background. Olivia, I hate to say this, but you have been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all get to have a nice dinner at this crazy place. But when you say you'd rather be home painting, it's not just insulting, Liz. It tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you are just refusing to see eye to eye. Too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the others to act the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. I hope you won't be too mad at me for saying this. Just please, be a little more considerate. That's it. Again, sorry if I went too far. You're right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me. And it would have turned into something more given time. Alright, that's fair. I appreciate the effort. That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice? Yeah. I figured it'd be something a lot worse. Like the rest of a century even holding against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're pretty usually thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults, so it's not gonna bother us. At least it shouldn't. So, are you good? Yeah. Thanks, Inko. Thanks. Yay, I did it! 10 out of 10. Friendship mender. That went much better than expected. As things settled down, we finished off our meals. Well, Olivia finished our meals. Liz had noticed it first when one of the whole pancakes simply vanished. And I thought my onion ring pile was looking smaller by the minute. Looking Olivia's way, she was simply waved at us in the most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjack, syrup, and beef on our plate. What? That doesn't sound like it would taste very good, but hey, I mean, it's Olivia, so... The theft of our food stopped shortly after that, and though the portions had diminished, we all were thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pitch in with a check, but Liz refused. She insisted since it was her idea to begin with. But I had figured it was the man's place to pay for a date, and this was a date, kinda. Neither of our hands lifted from the tiny leather booklet, and I don't know how long we spent playing tug-of-war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording our stare down on her phone. But victory was mine. I managed to palm my debit card to the waitress before Liz could give back the bill booklet. With that done, all that was left for us to make our way back to was making most of the view. Olivia led the way to the observation deck on the floor beneath the restaurant. She immediately regretted it, as a blast of cold air made even me shiver a little bit. The altitude plus the late fall weather meant the deck was mostly clear of guests, but the view was easily worth the cold as I made mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. We slowly moved to the railing so we can take in the full skyline from the bluffs and out towards the ocean, along with the city skyscrapers that were dwarfed by the spire. And to scan over it, I doubled down on the mental note, because seeing Olivia silhouetted in this beautiful view is... I don't get how you two can stand this temperature. Liz doesn't look that cold, but she's rubbing her arms in a theatrical manner. I'm gonna be by the elevator, guys, okay? What's going on here? What's going on here? Her head moves up next to Olivia, and there's a hushed whisper shared between them. Finally, Liz turns and leaves, and her head follows shortly after, beaming a smile. Olivia? Don't ask. Her eyes remain on the horizon. Maybe it's a little colder though, but Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something up? Well... Her eyes trail down, and her hand raises up until she can carefully examine her wrists. I watch as she carefully tests her hands, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hand. Typo! Typo detected! Typo! About he painting. Not until you're better. I know. I've been thinking about it. I'm gonna be way out of practice when I'm all better. So you're going to practice. She smiles and turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. Yes. I have the mental image for it in my mind everything. Her smile lessens though. Her tone becomes uneasy. I want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have the skill. Plus, between the carpal tunnel and rushing out all those pieces for Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I can paint again, I need time to practice. I want to show Mr. Laddick the greatest piece I can create. Do you need anything? My words cut my thoughts off. No, I have all the paint and... No, I meant, do you need any help with your practice? Her face goes red again. Maybe. Well, I don't know how much help I can be. What, with my lack of painting talent? But otherwise, yeah. I'll do whatever I can for you, Olivia. I promise. I cement it with a smile and thumbs up. Thanks. Also, I still love it. This is just the Space Needle. I've been up there, and that is the exact view and everything. I love that. I think we only stood out on the viewing deck a few more minutes. After a particularly cold draft has swept us over, Olivia figured she had enough of the chilly air here. We made our way back inside the elevator station, where Liz was standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. The two held their stare locked in on each other for about half a minute before Olivia looked to the side. What is going on here? Something's afoot. Something's afoot. So, what else is there to do here? A lot, evidently. Once we'd gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken it upon herself to walk us around the entire block. The whole area was a miniature theme park, with lots of street vendors selling tourist trap gifts. We spent the rest of the day just wandering the city park here, enjoying the late fall day as the best we could. Eventually, as the sun sank beneath the horizon, Mr. Ferris found us. I had forgotten that we'd come here in the first place because of a business meeting of his. Liz and him waved us goodbye, and they broke away and headed to the park. The parking lot. Well, I pushed the very tired Gator girl to the metro station. I don't think she minded much, honestly, as she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looks so sweet like that. Yeah. As the perfect background for my phone. She must never learn of this, though, because I don't think I'd survive. But it'd be worth it. After going home at night, Olivia texted me all night and went into the morning. We ended up talking about all sorts of things. Mia, our art, various shows, just about everything. Never seen her that excited before. For someone with sore hands, she sure types fast. For someone who doesn't like talking much, she sure types a lot. I certainly can't keep up. And when she didn't want to talk, she sent more doodles and sketches. Sleeping wasn't really an option on my end either. And Gut's doodle ventures were quite entertaining to read. Since then, we've been texting more every night. 1 second. Take a sip of water. Not as much, since I do need my sleep. Since then, we've been texting more every night. Not as much, since I do need my sleep. But right now, I'm just waiting for art class to end. Mr. Triggums is apparently one of those substitutes that demands complete silence until class is over, but doesn't care beyond that. Even though I'm sitting a 2 feet behind Olivia, we're having to text each other. She's quite the storyteller with these doodles. Like right now, she keeps up with the tale of Guts riding a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They've been texting, though. Why are these text messages the same that they were back, like, 3 episodes ago, huh? Where's all the quote-unquote texting in between? Whatever. Also, what's the photo that... What photo did we take? What is that? Why would we do that? He's piloting the main golem from the Gundam film. A giant robot from the show she's been wanting us to watch together. I mean, we would. I totally want to. Just Olivia and I, sitting side by side on my couch. As we're getting tired, she just leaning against each other. Okay, man. The daydreaming's getting a bit far-fetched, okay? You just stick with talking to her first, okay? Could even offer to keep her. Whoa! Clatter. Whoops. Catching my phone on the precipice of my desk, I see Olivia had sent an even more detailed version of the previous Guts drawing. For some reason, I just spoke really fast there. And this is why, for how dumb as it is, Finn is still fun to watch. I don't get it. You almost didn't get your phone. Oh, you almost didn't get your phone just now. If you'd watch it, you would. Angry Guts. One day, maybe. Though only if it's with her. Okay, man, we get it. You like her. You like her. My god, the inner monologue. Don't lose my phone. Okay. After a couple minutes without any alerts, I accept that the Gator Girl really is done for now. Quick look at the clock on the wall, I figure I got a few more minutes before I absolutely must hide my own phone. Ledkin's been out for about a week and a half. We're stuck with Mr. Triggums. Apparently, he doesn't like electives. I swipe back, looking through the pieces she'd sent me over the last couple hours. A lot of the references go over my head, but the few that don't earn a hearty chuckle from me. Then there's more detailed ones. The drawings would be good enough to actually render. I smile as I save those. I've been meaning to ask if she'd finished one, back when she started doing this, but I never got around to it. Simply saving it in a folder. Folder that's grown to a couple dozen now. Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Thank you. Rick! The announcement made me nearly drop my phone again. They've been going on all morning, just call. Oh. Oh no. I suspect my own theory. They're trying to figure out who destroyed the paintings or like something like that entirely. And Mr. Either that or they already know him. That's why Mr. Latican's been gone. They've been going on all morning, just random students in the office. Bust my phone, doesn't make me check it again and see the message from the Gator girl. Never mind. Teacher is acting weird today. Weird? I look at our substitute. Mr. Chugums isn't paying attention to us. In fact, he's just kinda looking through the desk that he sat at. Weird. Yeah, something's going on. This thing, I don't know. I was thinking that it was a short day, maybe. That was another thing. The entire class realized something was up with how fast class periods were today. Crick, and you dropped your phone. Congratulations. Aw, man. Look at my phone on the floor. The corner of the screen chipped away. Picking it up before my classmates can step. Picking it up before any of my classmates can step on it on their way to the lunch. I noticed Ben wasn't in the class either. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Hurry up, short day means short is earlier. It means lunch is earlier. Oh, God. Something's up. Something's up. Heading to lunch, I realized I'm not actually that hungry. Strange, but I guess that's an internal clock thing. So you're eating at the same time every day. This is not the only one, as the usual water in the cafeteria has expanded to spill into the surrounding hallways. Loud enough to even cover up the continual announcements. Thank you. Mostly. I'm pretty good at waiting through the chaos relatively unscathed, but man, these guys have way too much energy. What are they even fighting about? But as always, the table is in the back is left alone. What is that? Damien is chattering loudly about his day so far to Olivia, who's occasionally poking Liz across the table with a toy claw hand. Liz flails her arms around to shoo away the offending poke, but never bothers to crane her neck down from the rafters. She perks up when she sees me. Yo, it's Inko! Hey, what's going on with the Olive Garden today? Oh, okay. That took me a second. Whack his noggin. The meter stick falls in my head. Yeah! It's just a joke, a clip. How long did it take you to come up with that one? About 2 in the morning last night. Whack him again. Hey! Best $10 ever spent. Looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. Just like the real one. She'll bully you for saying dumb stuff. Bite me. She makes the head gnaw on my face a little. I'll go sit somewhere else. Do it. We got a new friend right here. Ooh, wow, I have an actual friend that isn't addicted to makeup pheromones. That makes me so happy. Your ventriloquism needs a bit of work. I still think it's a little weird. Oh, live a little. Say, you guys aren't eating either? It's too early. I'll do when I get home. The lunch ladies don't really try on half days. What do you mean they don't try normally? Oh, don't they not try normally? The difference makes itself known. I was out for like a week. I'm just gonna steal some whatever Olivia makes later. Get your own. Poke, poke. I've changed my mind. She has too much power. This thing is great. Yoink! Olivia reaches over to gnaw Damien again, but I snatch it out of the air. Ah, no! I hit it right into Olivia's snout. Bullseye. It's clamped shut. The evil is defeated. Well, I'm giggling like a skull where Olivia uses the chance to grab the hand back. Fine, no more clock today. She hastily stuffs the plastic toy into her backpack. After some more talk, Damien's attention wanders towards Liz, who seems to be lost in thought. Hey Liz, what's in your head? Huh? Oh, I was just thinking about earlier today. I was talking to Principal Scout this morning while running some errands for Stuco, and she was really out of it. What is going on? Out of it? Yeah, like she didn't want to be here today. Tried to pry, but she clammed up. I've never seen anything like that before. She must have drank bad coffee or something. I don't think that makes people sad. I can say from experience. It just makes you really have to... Looks like I got a text. Liz pulls out her phone, craning her head down to get a better look at the screen. It's from Ben. Come, having a student council meeting. Huh. Normally it's a bit more formal than that. I guess since it's half day today and all. Okay. I believe Mia did something. Because, you know, Ben and her are dating. Which has been relayed from Ben to the principal and to everything else, which is why Ben is not here. And basically, Olivia's getting in trouble for something that Mia is currently fabricating that she did. Yep. Or it's about the painting thing. Oh well, duty calls. Sorry if I can leave early, guys. No worries, Liz. We can meet after school. Sounds good. I'll see you later then. What would you guys want to do after school? I don't know. Maybe we can have my place. Too cold to get into the pool, but sure I can think of something. I look for Olivia, who doesn't seem to have any objections at the idea, but no input of her own. Got any ideas, Liv? We could do the stuff. Like charades. Yeah, make it a game of sorts. Sounds pretty fun, actually. Then I can really wipe the floor with Olivia. Oh, save your breath, Nito. That's my last name. You know my stuff. You know my stuff will own your chicken scratch. Wanna bet? Ha! That's a sucker's bet. All right then, lose have to pay for food. Deal. We shake hands and make the wager official. Wagger, the fuck. That's okay. That's gonna be me or Olivia, or Damien. Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Thank you. And that's that. Well, guys, I'd like to thank you for coming on this journey. Olivia gets expelled, and, well, that's the end of the game. See you on the next one. Bye. The monotone voice of the intercom, combined with the strange atmosphere of the school, is starting to unnerve me. I look at the gator girl, who rolls her eyes and starts to wheel away from the table and towards the exit. After she left, everything felt more off. Lunch came to an end, and the school day was close to the same. Just a couple more periods, and then we can hang out somewhere with some extra free time. Not over yet, but I'm just gonna quickly save this just in case anything happens. I look at Olivia's desk, still empty, 5 minutes in the Proclaims class. I mean, yeah, she hates this class the most, but it's really become a habit at this point. Just like how it's become a habit of me to write an extra set of notes for Olivia. I look at the 2 mostly blank pages in front of me. Like with our other teachers, I've noticed something's off with Miss Proclaim. She's barely said anything, instead of asking us to read up on the chapter of the Great War. I just do as asked. 5 pages in, I can't say without a shadow of a doubt that it was the stupidest reason for the World War to break out. A bunch of European countries unhappy with being ruled by a bunch of their European empires decided to revolt and dragging all their allies into the quagmire. I'm really struggling to make out the sense of the information, made worse with how outdated the textbooks are. Seriously, they're written so bad they are written so bad it ought to be a crime. It oozes pro-Guild Age corporatism, and the kind just genuinely believed that anything bigger than gathering 10 people was a form of unionism. With a sigh, I busy myself by taking more notes for myself and Olivia. As I do, my eyes continue to wander the classroom. Everyone just looks disinterested in the subject matter. I look over to Miss Brooklyn. She herself doesn't seem to be interested in the subject matter as well. In fact, she's just kind of staring off into space. Okay, is everyone like replaced with like aliens or something? They're all doing the exact same thing. They're staring off into space. It's hardly unusual considering how much emphasis she puts on the proper class focus. Yet there she is, spacing out like she is no better than the teenage she teaches on a daily basis. I'm almost tempted to raise my hand and ask her a question to ask her a question to snap her back to reality when the room speaker comes to life. Would Incognito come report to the office? Incognito, please report to the office. Thank you. That was different. Usually it goes, would Inco come to the office, and then it repeats, would Inco come to the office? But they just went straight to my name the second time. In Brooklyn, I got called, but she's still the arbiter of who leaves her class and when. But she doesn't need my eyes at all. If anything, look like she's actively trying to avoid my eye contact. I pack my things and shuffle out of the classroom, all while the stares and murmurs from other students grow even more intense. Oh boy. My mind immediately begins to wander. Why am I being summoned to the office? They are sure calling up a lot of people. Maybe it's related to 2 weeks ago? The only thing keeping me company as I march to the principal's office is the sound of my rubber soles on tile. Well, I'm getting nervous. They must spend a fortune on polishing these floors. It's not long before I notice another pair of footsteps coming from somewhere ahead of me. I squint my eyes, quickly recognizing the figure that approaches. It's Ben. Uh-oh. Why is Ben upset? Ben shouldn't be upset. I guess the student council wrapped up their meetings, though there's no sign of Liz anywhere. As the parasaur makes his way closer, I notice that he has a complicated expression on his face. Hey Ben, what's going on? He flinches as I call his name and looks around a lot like a lost child before he spots me. We make eye contact for a few seconds, but he doesn't say anything. Everything alright, dude? Suddenly he turns away and continues down the hall. Oh no. A sinking feeling takes hold of my chest. I almost try to speak up and stop him, but I can't think of anything to say. I guess I better get going. Is Olivia still in the office? I gotta take another yawn. After a minute of walking, I reach the door of the principal's office and find it wide open. Come in. Step into the office and close the door behind me, following the source of the deep voice. Oh. And I realized that I've never seen the interior of the office before. It's fairly standard for an office. Long wooden desk, filing cabinet, a few potted plants, and a couple of shelves for storing all sorts of things. However, on closer inspection, I notice a few things that look more disheveled than I expected. Manila folders are strewn across the desk. One filing cabinet drawers hang open. The potted plants are either overwatered or wilting. Is this really Scalar's office? Mr. Nito. My attention is suddenly pulled away towards the hulking figure sitting behind the desk. I can only imagine what that officer is going through right now. Sir? Is everything alright? Have a seat, please. He motions to a small plastic chair on my side of my desk. How have you been, Mr. Inko? I oblige his request and take a seat and try to suppress my anxiety. I think I'm doing well. He nods to himself, holding his eyes closed. That's good to hear. Okay, I have a theory. A second theory, another theory that I'm not going to I'm not gonna say until unless it's right. The male looks down at an open folder on his desk, taking a moment to look over some kind of document. My theory is looking like it is getting more and more correct. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that it's getting more correct. It shouldn't. I have news for you regarding your instructor for AP Art Design and Photography. You mean Mr. Latican? Yes. Mr. Latican, a fine teacher. If student surveys are anything to go by, he also spoke quite highly of you. Did you have a strong relationship with him? Yeah, I think so. Did? Why do I have to be correct? Did something happen? My heart drops as Ferris' brow lowers ever so slightly. Suddenly, his tone shifts into one more clinical. Over the last 2 years, Mr. Latican has been suffering from a rare form of chondrosarcoma that originated in his vertebrae. His tone is heavy. I don't quite know what ailment he just named, but he should spit it on the doctors responsible for discovering it. But the practice movements and worn-out features are undeniable. He's by no means a fragile man, but the tiredness he tries to hide is barely concealed. Every student he's broken the news to has taken something more from him. Tensing himself slightly to be as tactful as he can, the attempted reverence is lost as he recited scripted lines just a few too many times already. He can't muster much more on his flat citation. The analysis meant nothing. I'm just distracting myself from the reality of the situation, as though prolonging the confirmation will keep it from happening. Mr. Ferris notices my subtle confusion and clarifies, like he must have done a few dozen times already. Bone cancer. Mr. Latican was well observed by medical professionals about the treatment options available for him, and the district offered him a generous medical leave in recognition of his tenure here at St. Hammond. He turned both of these down. The cacophony of thoughts whirling in my head makes it nearly impossible to think, impossible to focus on anything. Right now, all I can do is revel in it. Time passes, I'm not sure how much, but I still can't get my own grip on my own mind. Ferris is calmly waiting for me to say something, but I can tell he's becoming uncomfortable. There's only one thing I can muster the will to ask. Why? The whale grimaces. I wish I had an answer. His inflection tells of his own questioning thoughts. The exchange seems to give Ferris the energy to continue, however. On Sunday, Mr. Latican was hospitalized due to complications with his illness. He passed away the following morning. Olivia was called here before me. Counseling will be available for you and anyone else has... Sorry, do you know where Olivia went? No, she didn't say. I'd like to go now, Mr. Ferris. Yes, feel free. I stand up from my plastic chair and pushing it closer to the principal's desk. Offering one last nod to the superintendent, I let myself out of the office. As soon as the door clicks shut, I start running. Shit, where did she go? The study room, maybe? It's the best lead I have. Thanks to all the gym classes, I have no trouble getting there quickly. My new destination takes me up the main staircase of the school and into the second floor. It's not too long before I'm staring in the hallway of Mr. Latican's classroom. I breathe a sigh of relief as I spot Olivia sat in front of the door. God, what do I even say to her? My thoughts come crashing to a halt as I see no janitor behind her, gesturing maniacally. Oh. Ben? From an outsider's view, it looks like Ben is trying to talk her into something. But there's such a stark contrast between their moods. I suppose Ben is mourning too, but maybe he's just handling it differently? That's the plan I have in mind. Is Ben bad? Oh, I just peeked my mic, whoops. Is Ben bad? I think Ben is bad, guys. I'm turning down my microphone because apparently this is peaking very easily. Is Ben bad? I don't want Ben to be bad, come on! Olivia? Yeah, okay. Olivia's reply came off weak and unfocused, like she wasn't talking to Ben at all. Can I count on you to be part of it? Sure. I remain obscured from view. doesn't seem like a conversation I should intrude on. I'm hoping that this is something good and that Ben isn't, you know, doing something sketchy with Mia. I'll catch up on Olivia after. Honestly, I'm somewhat surprised Ben is talking to her. No, maybe that Olivia is listening to Ben. That those differences are being put aside. For once our priorities are aligned. I thought to come find Olivia too. I wonder. Latican was a mentor to each of us. Like he'd always been around to help us, but now... all the little things that make you anxious or aggravated are gone in an instant. All that's left is reality. Why bother with this dramatic garbage? If now's not the time to be brought together, then when? I'm thinking too much. My hands are shivering. Something in my heart threatens to fall apart, but not now. Her voice is too quiet for me to hear, but whatever she said wasn't what Ben wanted to hear. Olivia, I need to know if you're with me on this. Yeah. Olivia. Ben kneels right next to Olivia's chair, putting the two at eyes level, though she kept her eyes averted to the side. I need to know that you're in on this fully. There's a strange panic in the Parasaur's voice. Please, Olivia, for him. Okay, now we're guilt-tripping her. What? Ben, what are you doing? Ben, what are you doing? Finally, for it felt like a few minutes, despite it only being like 4 or 5 seconds, Olivia looks back at Ben. Her face gives him a meek nod. I'm going to take it as a yes then. The Gator Girl gives no reply to Ben's words, only signs that his words had registered her mind that her... God, this is hard to read. Blah, blah, blah. Water. The Gator Girl gives no other reply to Ben's words. The only sign that his words had registered in her mind were her hands suddenly, yet gently shaking, all while her claws dug even deeper into her wheelchair's armrest. Her bulwark broke at last. Seeing the droplets from her eyes drives a searing pain through my chest. My instincts drove me forward, beyond my common sense. I grip the blue boy's shoulder and pull him up. Ben. Parasaur's eyes snap towards me. He makes eye contact with me, a depressive expression coating his face. Inko, what are you doing here? Wanted to see Olivia. Olivia's silver eyes finally lift. The pain reflected in them threatens to shatter my aching heart. Ben looks back to see those mournful eyes too. His reaction is the opposite to mine as a smile draws to his face. Inko, hear me out. Okay. I apologize if I am, like, you know, thinking too far ahead. Like, you know, in Ben's character. But you have to hear me out, okay? He is dating, the last we heard, he is dating Mia. So, and Ben doesn't too, like, you know, let's be buddies to us on the night of the wedding picture thing, okay? So, he seems nice, but I'm sorry if I'm jumping to conclusions too fast, but he just seems like the suspicious character, okay? I'm sorry. I'm trying to organize you all a eulogy for Latican. You know, say goodbyes to him. He deserves it, at least. Olivia, me, and you. He helped us out so much, and while the Parasaur rambles on, I turn my attention solely to Olivia. I push past Ben and take a kneel to Olivia. Now I level with her. Ben finally stops talking. I can feel his stare boring to the back of my head. He wants an answer for whatever he was just talking about. Eulogy for Mr. Latican. So surreal thinking about that. To think that I spoke to him only yesterday, and he's just gone. A eulogy. Yeah. That's the least I can do for Latican and his pupils. He deserves so much more, though. So much. Right, yeah, Olivia's probably feeling what I'm feeling right now. Fight between reality and emotions. Latican's gone. I'm still trying to process it, trying to accept the fact that I'll never see him again, or listen to him again, or get advice from him again. Never going to impress him, or show him how much I've improved because of these lessons. I don't think I'm ready to accept that he's gone. Ben clears his throat, snapping me from my stupor and back to our current reality. Sorry to be pushy, but I need to know if you and Olivia are in or not. Ben turns to look at Olivia as he says those words. Olivia, meanwhile, continues to stare absent-mindedly into the wall, almost as if Ben's words were not emanating right next to her, but a few dozen miles ahead of her. Ben, I don't think so. I suddenly feel a cold, scaled hand fall into my own. I turn to look at Olivia's pain-stricken eyes. They gaze deeply into mine, pleading, begging to make the pain simply vanish. I don't quite know what I should do. Save. I think we should say goodbye. Olivia needs us now, more than ever. I think Ben has the right idea. It's what Latikin would want. He's a scary time, so it makes sense to be afraid, to be hurt. Don't worry, Olivia. I place my hand on her side. I place my other hand on Olivia's reassuringly. I'm here with you. We all are. Ben is extending the olive branch here, right? You just need to accept it. Ben gives a tense, shaking, but approving nod. I'm glad you guys are seeing the situation for what it is. And just how... Okay, even if Ben isn't bad here, he is so fucking blunt. Just so blunt. Glad you guys are seeing the situation for what it is, and how important it is that we make the eulogy something beautiful. Olivia glances around hazily, her voice broken. I don't want him to be gone, Inko. There's too much that I didn't. I know, but we need to face reality. And we can do it together. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to face anything at all. It's okay, Olivia. It's okay, Olivia. I know. I was close to Latikin, but you clearly meant so much more to him. And him to you. He was the only teacher that seemed to really care, right? She nods. So you're the most hurt. The most afraid. Afraid? And if we're here to support you. You just need to help us help you. If you're not ready to face reality, we can help you to think straight, to face it together. Can you do that? Her eyes rove over both Ben and I, and back to our interlocking fingers. I take hold of her other hand. She blushes and looks me dead in the eyes. Can you help us? Okay. I'll think about it. Still afraid, but if you're there, I'm here. Ben clears his throat. Ben, I'm going to strangle you. I'm going to strangle Ben. That was very inspiring of you, Inko. His hands aren't tensed up. He's calmed down a bit. He opens his mouth to continue, but I hold a hand up to stop him. Olivia's had enough for one day. Ben, can we get some time alone together? Oh, of course. If you had time to process all this. My god, Ben is like seriously the most blunt person. I thought Inko was blunt. Not even blunt, I thought... Okay, well I guess technically Inko's more dense than he is blunt. Ben just is a sociopath. He has no fucking feelings at all, apparently. Ben walks up to me and pats me on the shoulder. With the final... Fucking dogs barking in the background. With the final solemn look at Olivia and nod towards me, he walks out of the classroom and leaves Olivia and I alone. And you know what? That's where I'm going to leave it. That was... I aimed for a longer episode today, because, you know, I think that 30-minute episodes are it's gonna take so long to finish that, so I'm gonna try and make these episodes longer. But that was a roller coaster. A big roller coaster. Well, sure, okay, yeah. If you all enjoyed or want to see what happens in the next one, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and leave a comment for the algorithm. Hope you all have an amazing day, and love you all. Bye.